Okay, we're going to continue with Four Seasons. We still got our little brush, and what I believe we're going to do, we want to put a little bit of water on this. We're going to start to put in a little bit of details on our uh, lighthouse. We're going to start and put in our lighthouse is going to be red and white. So we're just going to start working in that. Start working in some red. But what you want to do is you want to kind of work from the inside to the outside. Because what you want to do is you want to leave a little bit of the black. Just leave it right there. It will work as part of your shadow. We just want to go with a little bit of red. Just kind of build that up a little. And you don't want to overwhelm it by any stretch of the imagination. Our picture just wants to be neat and nice. We're just making a nice expression of your little world. Now, our little building right here, we're just going to put some red in here. And I just left a little door right there. It was just real convenient to do that, so I did it. Now, our other little building here wants to live right in there. So we're just going to let him live right there. It's okay. And we're just going to build him up a little bit. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush just a little. And then we're going to go with a little bit of white here. And what you want to do is you want to start from the middle. And you just want to kind of work it both ways. Just smooth it both ways. And you want to leave some of the dark near the edge. Leave it transparent to where you can see, leave the white transparent a little bit at the edge where you can see through it a little bit. Just kind of fade it in there. The more transparent you make that and the more dark you leave, the less work you're going to have to do in that area. And that just gives you something you don't have to do, but it's going to look like you spent hours trying to accomplish. Looks like we're blending too much of the dark in there. So we're just going to pick up a little more white. We're just going to put it in there. We didn't quite want to blend it that much, but that's okay. There we go. And if it shows out a little bit of too dark, we'll eventually fix it. The thing is with acrylic, if an area is giving you a hard time or whatever, just do it the best you can, and then go away from it and do something else for a little bit. And chances are by the time you get back to that area, it probably will be dry. So we want to do some of that there. Make it look like there's some snow up there. And in the wintertime, you're going to definitely have some snow. That's what we're trying to show right here. Now, there's going to be a little bit of lighter right in here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take just a little bit of brown, a little bit of brown, and we're going to start over here, and we want to kind of get a little bit of water on it, because all I'm trying to do is just give a little different feeling on this end. And we just want to blend our darker in a little bit. And if you wind up leaving some of the other color, that's fine too. You want to pick up a little bit, but you always want to start over here, because if you start over here where it's supposed to be faded more, it's not going to look right. You want your stronger color to be over here and then less over there. So we just want to kind of go in. There we go. And we just want it to look a little brownish, that kind of a tint to it. We just don't want it to be real bright, because what we're going to do, we're going to put some real light color, and the best way to get contrast is to put a darker color behind. So we're just kind of using a little trick of putting it a little bit darker behind, which is okay. And we're just going down in here. We just want to give it a feeling of kind of a winterish season. And we're just going on down. Now, just kind of fade that out at the bottom. It'll be okay. Just fade it out a little bit at the bottom. You don't have to be real precise with this. This is just giving it a different feeling. Now, okay, let me see. What do we want to do now? Let's go with a little bit of details on our covered bridge here. As covered bridges gotta feel like it's having fun and serving a purpose. Covered bridges are a great thing to paint. One of my favorites. Covered bridges, they're basically forgotten anymore. But it's a great part of history, and a fun thing to paint or to draw. Covered bridges are just a part of our history that hopefully will never be totally gone. Now, we got our bridge. Now, we might do a little bit of work over here on our barn. Thing is, when you're doing a picture like this, there are so many different things that you can work on. You can work on one area for a little bit. You can get tired of working on it, work on another area, and you just build it all up. But you also, you want to always be aware of your colors. You want to have your colors in different places on your composition. It just unifies it, and makes it look better, makes it look whole, and gives an overall good composition. Okay. We could possibly put detail a little bit more on our little wagon. The little wagon is a really simple little object. The little wagon here, we can pretty well create our little wagon, and it'd be real easy to do that. We got our little stem right here. We just create our little wagon, put details on him, and he might be almost done there. He is almost done, except he doesn't have wheels. But that's okay, we'll put them on later. Now, we're going to get a little bit of black here. And what we're going to do, we're going to kind of create our paths. Well, not our paths, but our roads. We're going to create a road the road goes from over here at the covered bridge, and it comes by the log cabin right there, and then the road goes over here to the barn. You got to be able to get to your barn, because you got to be able to get to your crops and all of that fun stuff. Now, I believe we're going to put a little bit of blue over here in our water. This is going to be water, and it goes from here to there. Now, over here, it'll be, a lot of it will be frozen over in there. A lot of it will. But we'll still see our reflection. Now, we want to create a little bit, just kind of give it a little bit of character. Just kind of give it a little bit of character. Because you want everything to come to life, and it's all in the details. Now, over here is in the winter time, so we're going to go over here and put in a little bit of water, character to the water, motion. I want to make this look like it's partially frozen, but I want to leave some of the reflection as well. And what I want to do is just kind of fade it out a little bit more at the bottom, because that's where it's pretty well iced there. We got some ice there. I don't think I'd want to go roller skating on this. I don't think I could go roller skating anyway. But we want to just make this kind of have a feeling that it's got some ice some places. But we want to leave enough of the reflection to where it draws it down there. Now, I do believe we might go with a little bit of snow on the roof of our buildings here. And now, this building right here, it's going to have snow up here. So we want to go down with it. And we might even make it kind of look like there's a little bit of icicles on the end of it here, if possible, but that's going to be a little hard to do. But we tried it a little bit there. Go with a little bit there. Now we're going to go with a little more white right here in the middle, just to give this lighthouse a little bit of punch. There we go. Now, I do believe up here where our light's going to be in our lighthouse, we want to start right here, and then we just want to go out with as bright of white as we can get, because that's what's going to be definitely one of the focal points of the whole picture, is the light from your lighthouse. You want to go from the middle and draw out, because it wants to fade as it goes out, but you want to stretch your beam from your lighthouse. It can stretch right over in here to the other panel. Not all the way across, but about part of the way. And we're going to go on over here. Now, I believe we'll work on it again.